And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My voice is going already. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Formula 5 action here at PSGL. My name is Mr. Stem. I would like to welcome everyone here today for live action coming from Australian Albert Park, the place where the 2020 race got cancelled out, which was meant to be kicking off this season before obviously the massive regulation change, but that's all going ahead. Today we have PSGL, it's Australia, with actual fans and actual race happening, unlike real life. But that doesn't matter too much, as we have all 20 drivers, all full-time drivers here today at Albert Park. We're here for the short qualifying with 18 minutes and then a 29 lap race here today. As always, as things are just getting started, I would like to ask about the volume, the microphone, the video quality, etc. and etc. How is it all looking? Because obviously I can't see from my second screen because it's small as anything. But from what it looks like on my phone with full HD quality, it's looking rather good, I guess. Yeah, I can say that. Okay, well, hello Brandon, hello Jamie, hello Harry, hello everyone. Right, there we go. Right, this should be a bit. Not the what I wanted to do, but okay. In the meantime, Esther has started his lap as my... Not too sure what's happening with... What is my PC doing just now? I have no clue. But STR cancels his lap. Ozone Typhoon is starting his lap. From what I know from last week in Bahrain, Ozone Typhoon got podium. And actually, let's quickly run through the championship order after round 1. So, the standings after round 1 in Bahrain, which I was not there for because of PS4 issues. Jack Taylor has happened off qualifying so far, but it was the man himself, Jack Taylor, scoring 16 points and taking that first place in Bahrain. From what I know, it was a dominant race from him. Then it was Ozone Typhoon finishing second, who's on our screens just now, and Damlios, who just had the fast lap of qualifying that got just beaten, came third. Dogi came fourth, Jamie 2905 finishing fifth, HMFC finishing sixth, Axnes seventh, Matty eighth, Son of Svetlana ninth. A bit weird to say that nickname for obvious reasons for me, which I'm not going to tell people of, but that is a strange one for me, but nonetheless. And TNR Frederick finishing 10th and is receiving 2 points with fastest lap to his name. In constructors, it's Racing Point with 24 points out in front, with Haas in second, Ferrari in third, Red Bull in fourth with 11 points, Mercedes with 4 points sitting in fifth, and Williams being the last team to score points with 3. McLaren, Renault, Toro Rosso and Alfa Romeo all equal with 0 points to their names. So anyway, now we can get back into action here today. It's Blue Mosquito that is showing early pace, as he is currently on provisional pole position after his first flying lap with a 21.533. His teammate Simo in second so far. Then it's a double it's a double Ferrari, sorry. With Frederick leading the way from Damleos. Jamie 1005 in 5th. Why does Jamie love number 5 so much? I swear, every time. Has he finished 5th in Bahrain? Hold on. Has he finished 5th in Bahrain? Wait, that's the wrong thing. Standings. He finished 5th in Bahrain. Jamie, what is it with your obsession with number 5? I know your racing number is not 5, but actually, it could be. Actually, it could be. You never know. That's the thing, you never know. But yeah, anyway, Jamie with number 5. Number 5? Mal! No, not Malk. What? Mark! God, hello, Mark. How's it going? I know why I just called you Malk. I really don't know why. Really have no clue. Sorry about that. A bit of a brain freeze happened for me. Anyway, where on earth is this? There we go. Access is on his lap. I am pretty sure. And yes, he is indeed. 26.8 after sector 1. Down towards sector 2. Let's see what he can do. Pretty good with the traction and the flow through what I think is possibly one of the hardest corners around the entire Albert Park track. Overall time 48.9 after 2 sectors. The lap he is setting so far is looking really good so far, but let's see how he manages to do sector 3 into the technical part of this track. Now through the final few corners, good exit through the penultimate, good flow through the last corner, though a little bit shaky on the rear. Across the line is going to a provisional pole position with 21.4, so really clean lap. A really clean lap from Axnes so far. We know from the preseason test, and I actually commentated in Monza, he was looking really promising in qualifying. Mark is saying, all good, just chilling watching empty arena UFC. That, honestly, that must be awkward as hell. That must be awkward as hell. And this on second screen, not too bad, not too bad. Also, I was reading the chat, and then I look on the second part of my screen, and I just saw Axis completely cut that corner. Okay then. Tendrick, in the meantime, is on his lap. But it's strange, feel like this is a car. Yeah, probably. You can hear their coaches, the coaching team is loud and clear. Well, that is awkward then. That is kind of awkward. Right, anyway, back into qualifying. Frederick across the final corner, actually really good for the final corner. Let's see, can he improve on his time? Yes, he does. He improves into second. Puts that Ferrari onto the front row of the grid. So let's move away from Frederick as he is going to be going to the pits. And look at this, Blue Mosquito is actually going faster through the 2 sectors, and he puts a 21.2. What are you doing, Blue? And I did not mean to make that rhyme, but it has, so I guess we'll go with it. In the meantime, Damlius is a lot slower on his lap. Bart is also slower. That's actually a really nice camera shot, actually. Awesome dude in our Renault. Let's see what he can do. He's just going to go into the pits. Jack Tyler, after one flying lap on softs, cannot improve on his medium times and goes about 5.5 seconds slower. In the meantime, let's see what he can do throughout the lap. Yellow flags in all 3 sectors. We can see a Williams. I'm not sure if that could possibly be. He was all but 6 cents faster than his personal best, and so far purple for sector 1 for Jack Tyler, the man who took the win in Bahrain last week round, which I was not commentating because I had PlayStation issues, as I said earlier on. In the meantime, Jack is a second up on his time, so far he is looking for a 21.7, but that will also go up still. So Jack is not done yet with his lap. He still has sector 3 to go, and let's see what he can do through the 3rd sector. Can he improve? Now for the final corner, activating DRS down the main straight. Jack Taylor across the line, sits in at 20.9 and goes provisional pole position. But his soft tires are 2 laps used. Jamie, in the meantime, pushes into 3rd, splitting Ozone Typhoon and Blue Mosquito with 21.355, and puts a Red Bull into 3rd. In the meantime, Axnes improving a 10th over his lap so far. Let's ride on board with the Mercedes driver. Three and a half tenths up across 2 sectors, and purple in sector 2, meaning he is looking for a 20 and possibly trying to beat Jack Taylor's time of a 20.9. Lol, Harry. That's Jeremy lol. Really bad flow through the final corner from Axis. He goes across the line and does not improve. He lost a lot of time in the final 3rd of the track and remains in 5th. Oh, excuse me. And Matti is the only man who is on his lap, I'm pretty sure, at the moment of time, improving by half a second through sector 1 of his best so far of the session. As we have just under 4 minutes of the qualifying left. Jeez, that went quickly. I did not even realize how time just went flew in this qualifying session. Jack, you always refuse. Across the final corner goes Matti, activating the DRS. Running out of ERS though, but does improve on his lap to a 21.9, and I am pretty sure that is the racing point of Doogie is out. Yes, it is indeed. Let's though go on board with Jack Taylor, who is in pits. Blue Mosquito is also in pits. Everyone so far sitting in pits, getting ready for their final runs of this qualifying. In the meantime, Bart has improving and improves over on his best overall lap so far by just over 2.5 tenths. Also, what does do my headache just a little bit is the fact that for some reason this week there are dropped frames, which is not looking fancy for me. So far 4% of the whole stream has been dropped. I do not understand why. Like, generally I don't know why. Maybe I need to close some of this down. Maybe close this, maybe close this. Close that, close that, close that, close that. That should be it, really. Don't know what else I can close. Close Steam. That's literally it. I have nothing left open. Right, there we go. Hopefully that fixes the bitrate on the stream just a little bit. Mr. Grumpy, who got really unlucky last week, is now on his lap. He has completed Sector 1. I did not see whether he is improving or not, but let's just stay and keep our eyes on Mr. Grumpy, the PSGL veteran. Improving by 3 tenths after 2 sectors. So far so good for Grumpy. There is a lot of traffic for Grumpy. He has to go through the cars. The Mercedes and the Williams get out of the way, but that could have been a scary moment for Grumpy there, as Grumpy is now in the final third of the sector. He has 2 corners left. He has a Ferrari that gets out his way, and now Grumpy through the final corner. Activated DRS up to the line. What does Grumpy say? He sets a 21-2, putting himself into P3, and that will be the light and lap from Mr. Grumpy. Simo had a crash. His teammate Blue Mosquito just goes past him. Let's see though. Jack Tyler is away to finish his lap. This is his final run of this qualifying session. Can Jack improve even by tiniest bit to start on fresher coming off soft tires, or will he runs out of battery and he does not improve. He does not improve. This means he'll be starting on more worn set of softs. That has done 4 laps in total if you include the out lap and the in lap, with 2 fast laps that they took already. Blue Mosquito though, across the penultimate corner. Let's see, can he put up a challenge to Jack Tyler for the pole position? Across the final corner, he has no barrier left either. It's not going to be an improvement. It says that the slightest of improvements, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is indeed. But if not the barrier, he was on for a potential pole position. Access improves, 21 flat. There we go. Let's have a look. Geronimo is improving. Across the line he goes, sets 14th best time. Dugiafro is not on his lap. Kolesnik is without a front wing finishing his qualifying session. Grumpy will be delighted with a P5 in the qualifying session, but is Jack Tyler once again starting from pole in today's qualifying session. Interestingly, the fact that his car just decided to stop for some weird reason. It's going to be Axness in P2, finishing up the front row of today's grid. Ozone Typhoon and Blue Mosquito line on the second row of the grid, filling up the 3rd and 4th slots. It's oops, wrong button, rather say. It's Mr. Grumpy and Jamie2905, 2 long-serving PSGL members, lying alongside each other on the 3rd row of today's grid. Frederick and H. Simo sharing the 4th row of the grid, 7th and 8th places. It's Damlios and Bar rising up the top 10 in the Ferrari and the Mercedes with just 6,000 split into 2 drivers. It's Awesome Dude, Matti, Son of Sapilana, Geronimo, and Afroman going from 11th to 15th, included Kolesnik, STR, HMFC, Kaiman, and Okeke, all rounding up the last 5 of today's grid for the Formula 5 Australian Grand Prix. As we do have what it says 29 laps ahead of us, as we are just getting ready, as we are going to take a really quick break, waiting for the drivers to get ready for their formation laps, and we'll be back in just 1 second. And we are back. The formation lap is underway. It's Jack Taylor leading the way. On the formation lap, the Mercedes of Axel is lying alongside him, with Ozone Typhoon rising up the top 3. As the drivers are getting ready, warming up their tires. The final pre-race prep has been done, and on the matter of minutes separate us from 29 laps of Australian Grand Prix happening here today on the Sunday night. Rather cold Sunday night, I would actually want to add. Currently have my window open, so there is no overheating issues like there was going on last few weeks, but now that's been sorted out. We're all good. And we can see the tire choices for the drivers. Also, top 10 remain the same on softs, but we only have 4 drivers on mediums and 1 on hards. It's HMFC that decided to go for the hardest compound of tires for the start of today's race. A rather interesting move from the Red Bull driver. Also, iconically, 2 admins of F5 are in Red Bull. I actually can't remember the last time I saw that the 2 admins went into the same team. I remember back when I was racing on 2017 in F3, me and Flying Chrome actually went as teammates, and we were both F3 admins back then. But anyway, a little flashback to the times back then. We are now here on the grid. Cars are just getting ready. The camera is absolutely horrible. Can I please get a different camera angle? Yes, no, here we go. It's 5 red lights here at Albert Park. Lights out, and away we go racing. Down into our third one is Jack Taylor, who has a better start than Axis. Jack Taylor is going to try and remain the lead. Axis goes up to his inside. Jack Taylor loses his first position. Ozone Typhoon is trying to go round the outside, and he is going to get the move done. Blue Mosquito is going to try and also look for a move, but is not going to find it. Jack Taylor is going to remain in P2 as Ozone Typhoon remains in P3 with where he had an opportunity to try and overtake the Racing Point driver. There are already some position changes down the field. Classic has dropped back. He might have actually lost his front wing. What I'm going to presume. In the meantime, it's Geronimo. Did he just go up the inside of... not entirely sure. There is a collision, or a spin at least, by an Alfa Romeo down the field. In the meantime, we're going to go back up for a battle for the lead of the race between too many cars. I can't even count. That's the problem. I can't even count how many cars there is in this pack. But it's too many. It's too many for now. Let's have a look on board with Jack Tyler. I see he might have to try and go for a move. No, he is going to think better of it, and he is going to remain behind Access. But now he is going to maybe try around the outside of turn 3. Yes, he's actually trying to go for it. Jack Tyler around the outside. He's going to turn that into the inside for turn 4. He keeps it. Pushes Access. Access nearly lost the car. He just managed to catch it. That's Jamie Round. That is Jamie Round through turn 5. I generally just got that, and he is stuck here. He is generally stuck here. Hitting the... Access has left the session, so something happened to Access. Did his internet just die on him? If that is the case, then that is really unfortunate for Access, because he was doing so well. Like, that must be really unfortunate for him. In the meantime, Mr. Grumpy is now pressurizing Blue Mosquito down in towards turn 10, I believe this is? Turn 11? Don't know, can count. But Mr. Grumpy gets a move done anyway, and he is now promoting himself into P3, so podium positions for Mr. Grumpy. Dan Leos has retired. Access rejoins back. He is... Access's safety car! Okay, I did not actually realize the safety car just got deployed. I actually missed that. I missed the safety car got deployed. We have a safety car after 2 laps of this race. So the grid is going to remain packed. And Harry, generally in the chat just before the race, said, safety car inbound. Well, 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 who would have knew? Who would have knew? And this is just going to bring the pack closer together once again. But a pretty eventful start from this race. Obviously, Jack Tyler losing now on the lead of this race, but then regaining it once again. And Ozone Typhoon obviously trying to battle Jack for P2, losing now on his opportunity, and he's now going to find himself in P2 with Axness having a lag out, I believe, and he's now down into 13th. So really unfortunate stuff for the race for Axis, because he was doing so well, and now he is down in 13th. He is in first gear. I'm not sure what's going on with him. What is going on? What is going on? Axness is stuck into his pit limiter or something. People gets a 5-second stop, 5-second penalties for ignoring yellow flags. Pits crashing moment, I would rather say. Axness has left the session now. Obviously, something is not right there for him. Whatsoever. And his car is going once again, so maybe he can rejoin now. But a real weird situation for Axness, really. meantime, we can just enjoy the views of Albert Park. So, a bit confused of what was going on there, you know. His car just generally not having it today. But it looks like, is Seth's car in the slap? I kinda missed it. Oopsies. I don't think safety car is in the slap. I think we'll have one more lap of safety car. Yeah, it looks like we'll be having one more. Yeah. One more lap of safety car. And how did Doogie get a 5-second penalty for collision with Geronimo? I'm confused. How? Nope, wrong thing. Okay, so a lot of people got 5-second time penalty for something really stupid. I don't even know what was going on there. But he got a severe collision with Geronimo. Okay. And Frederick also got one for collision with Kaiman. So. So there we go, safety car reset. Oh, there's a collision! There is a definite collision between drivers. I'm pretty sure Awesome Dude and Ozone Typhoon both lost their front wing. And even more damage, I'm pretty sure, for Ozone Typhoon, as I am not entirely sure what was Jack doing just now. Just basically braking, or rather say brake checking Typhoon. I'm not entirely sure what Jack was up to there, but looks like that Grumpy will be trying to go around the outside of Typhoon, and he is going to get a move done because obviously no major power front wing for Typhoon, and that's an easy position for Grumpy. As what is going on with my OBS today? By the way, Grumpy up into second. Geronimo losing now position to Matty, and look at this. Dogi is trying to find a move, and it's near contact between the two drivers, but it's goal good, and now Stanov Svetlana is behind Ozone Typhoon, the two teammates. Obviously, I'm pretty sure Typhoon probably going to take the safety car restart to the Stewards after Jack. Not entirely sure what was even going on there, but it did look like, from my perspective at least, that Jack kind of just broke right before the safety car before just going. I don't know. That's what it looked like to me anyway. But anyway, moving on, we have the battle for what that is. Gigantic P4, really. Many cars. Oh, there's a collision! There's a collision between Axis and Simo. Simo was sent to the wall. I'm pretty sure he might have even lost some of his front wing. Axis could have possibly lost and received front wing damage too, but I think Simo might have been hit hard, and there's more contact between the two drivers, and there's definite damage on the Mercedes car, and so there is on the Toro Rosso. There's an issue for the Alfa Romeo of Cayman. He remains ahead, but is it going to be for long? I'm not entirely sure, but goes bar through past Simo. Simo is definitely struggling without quite a significant amount of the front wing on his left side. And is this going to be a pit stop for Simo? No, Simo continues on. Typhoon retires! Safety car. Safety car is out once again. And that just brings the pack closer once again. So 2 safety cars within the first 10 laps. Okay, right. What's next? I might have already seen enough today. Obviously, Mark cheering for Grumpy or Dale. French got 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. Wait, hold on. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I am an idiot. Okay, I think I've figured out why there was frame drop. Like a major. Okay, and we are back once again. We still have the safety car. Jamie got a 5-second penalty for a collision with Axnes. Really eventful race for Axnes today. Safety car in the slap. Frederick got 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Oh, I even know where. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, they're still there. I got time for this. Just want to check. Okay, no, we're back. Up to the front, we have safety car restart. Jack Taylor does not take it slowly this time round, and we are racing once again here in F5. Starting lap 11 only. Jack Taylor leads the way. Mr. Grumpy so far in second. Somehow now Matty go up into third. Kaiman, well, they're all yet to pit. Kaiman up the inside of Matty. Collision between the two drivers, I believe there was. Little collision between them two. Might be wrong, might be not. I'm not entirely sure. STR having issues, I'm pretty sure. Well, it seems like it because he is ghosted, so I'm gonna have a guess and say he lagged out. In the meantime, it's the battle for the lead between Grumpy, Cayman, Matty, and Jack Taylor, but it's Grumpy that has something to say on Jack Taylor because obviously the soft compound tires, and the problem is those soft lasted absolute ages so far in this race purely because of two safety cars. Like the tires didn't get degraded too quickly because of the two safety cars, so those tires only been working for 5 laps ish only of actual racing. Other 6 laps they've been under safety car conditions, so it's not making too much. And the problem is, for them, they can easily just take those tires a lap too longer and just go for mediums to the end of the race. So the strategy has been alternated purely because of the 2 safety cars we already had, and I wonder if we will have even more. Access pits. What it looked like to be a good qualifying from him is now turned into a nightmare of a race for the Mercedes driver. Kolesnik retires. Will this mean another safety car out? Just yellow flags in sector 1. Don't think there will be another safety car. I would be pretty annoyed if there was, to be honest, because we're not really getting any racing today. If there was another safety car, but Grumpy is trying to close down the gap. Grumpy loses it! No, Grumpy! Grumpy, no! Oh, so unfortunate for Grumpy. Just making a mistake and cannot catch the car, and he finds it a wall. Blue Mosquito is going to be behind him. Grumpy is just going to let Mosquito through. How unfortunate for Grumpy, honestly. You just feel bad for Grumpy. Like 3 weeks in a row. Like 3 weeks in a row, something is not going right for Grumpy. Always something happens to him. And it's just so unfortunate for him. Because he has the pace, he has the consistency. It's just those little mistakes that set him back so much, and that's what doesn't let Grumpy get out his potential. And show what he really is made out of. Because Grumpy can easily be championship material here in F5. Like, easily. But all those mistakes, like those little bits of mistakes there and then, that's what sets him back. In the meantime, we do have the battle for lead. It's Matty and Jack Taylor. So Jack Taylor's tires going off the cliff. I'm not going to be surprised if we'll see something similar to what happened to Grumpy from Jack Taylor. No, that doesn't happen. Obviously, he doesn't clip the grass. Let's see, can Matty go for the inside move? No, he thinks better over here, remains behind the Williams, and is going to wait. He is going to wait, and wait. Grumpy in the meantime is all the way down in 16th at the back of the grid. And Jack Taylor's into the pits, so Matty now takes the lead. Dogi going up the inside of one Red Bull, and Jamie is going to go past his own teammate for P7 as HMFC remains to be fighting some other cars around him. Same will pass his own teammate. I'm not sure how that happened, but Simo is not ahead of Blue and is going to try and push Blue, and that's not something to do from Harry when there's a car in his inside, as there's a pretty packed up pack here. Awesome Judo is also in it. OKK being the closest to HOFC. Let's see. Why is everyone riding stairs? And okay, gets past HMFC by the help of the DRS. Simo is on the tail of the Red Bull. Iconically, the Toro Rosso is behind the Red Bull. But what we know from 2019 real life Australian race, it was the other way around. It was the Toro Rosso ahead of Red Bull. Obviously, I'm talking about Kvyat and Gasly fighting for P10. So it would be nice if that was sort of a similar situation. But Simo taking his time to try and get a move set up on the HMFC for that 9th position. Geronimo is currently in 4th. How on earth is he going into 4th? How? That's obviously a question I don't know how to answer, and I don't think anybody has an answer to. But a really tight pack here, really all the way to 9th, and now there we go. Simo is going to try and get around HMFC down towards turn 14, around the outside, and Simo is going to find a move and going to stick it. Now it's Blue Mosquito's turn. Let's try and get past the Red Bull. Obviously, Kari is now in the Red Bull Toro Rosso sandwich, sorry. And obviously he has the DRS of his own, and he really managed to pull away from Blue Mosquito. So obviously Blue running higher downforce, with Geronimo losing 3 positions all at once. Grumpus has the fast up in the race. I don't know what's just happened to Jamie, but he lost a position to Dogi and nearly lost another one to Geronimo. OKK is right behind them, and the Bell and the whole pack for 9th place is not too far behind. Dogi nearly spins Jamie out. OKK is now right on their tail. Geronimo is going to find the move on Jamie. Is Jamie going to try and fight around the outside for turn 10? 11, sorry. And Geronimo is round in the wall. He bends it the same way as Grumpy did just a few laps ago, and that's going to be needing a new front wing for the McLaren driver. And the safety car. The safety car is how. Oh, suffering from those safety cars. I actually lost Jack Tyler. There he is. There is already a safety car. It's lap 17 already. It's going to take lap 20. We'll have about 9 laps of racing. Unless there will be another one. But anyway, this turns the whole race, really. Jack Taylor finds himself into P2 after Aaron makes a pit stop. I don't know, Mark, but apparently you're a bloody genius. But Matty has actually put herself soft. So that's the interesting thing. Matty has now put a set of soft tires onto his car. So Matty could be going on for a win here. Although 10 laps in soft. 12. Obviously safety car for a few laps. I got hiccups. Very nice. Okay, this is not funny. I generally go higher. Ah, great. Grumpy is in 8th. Grumpy, because of all those pit stops, is now in 8th. Grumpy has a chance to come back. And Son of Savannah put Hearts. Hearts! Eh? Also, what really does annoy me is that Jack Taylor constantly goes into AI mode. That he constantly pauses his game under safety car conditions. That really does kind of annoy me, to be honest. And it really is off-putting a presumably track. But Jamie is in the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. As we have... We're just through lap 18. We just are lap 18. We had 3 safety cars in this race. Will there be a 4th? Probably. In all fairness, I'm not going to be surprised if a broken wing causes a safety car. Even though Matty is on fresh softs, the question is, can he take the softs all the way to the end? Because obviously he will have to push for a few laps. And the tires will go off the cliff quite quickly for him. So, quite questionable. We'll have to see about that. Safety car in the slab, so there we go. Safety car taking a lot less time than what we thought, and this could really put the soft users under the train. So let's go. We have what, 11 laps left in this race? Can we have 11 laps of our safety car, please? Because I will probably die having another safety car. So there we go. Jamie taking it rather slowly. He is shooting off. Jack Taylor having a better run for the final corner. Oh, Jack Taylor is going to have a go at him straight away to take the lead back in this race. Jack Taylor on the inside of turn 1. The two drivers touch. Jamie's round. Jamie is round, and I am not entirely sure. Yellow flags in sector 1. Jamie is all the way to the back of the grid, and honestly I am not entirely sure if that was a racing incident or that is Jamie's or Jack's fault. probably have to see on the replay once again, but because it just happened all so quickly. But Jack in the lead of the race, Matty in second. And Frederick is round, and he has lost his front wing as well. What is happening? Grumpy in 5th. Grumpy, because of all this, he is up into 5th now. Because of all the calamity that is happening just now at the safety car restart, Grumpy finds himself in P4. VSC is out. VSC is out. What a crazy safety car restart we just witnessed. Grumpy is in 4th. Grumpy has a chance for a podium here. Grumpy could be making a comeback of a century. Genuinely. And I mean it. Obviously, yes, safety car helped, but who cares? Grumpy is in 4th. He was nowhere near to be seen before the safety car. Jamie picking up a 3-second time penalty. Grumpy being the man on a mission just now. Okeke obviously behind himself and behind Grumpy and Simon soft, but the question is, how quickly can he use his? How long can he use his soft tires for? Because I doubt those tires are going to last to the end. I doubt those tires will go to the end of the race. I highly doubt those softs are going to survive to the end of the race. I'm gonna have a guess and say those tires are going to go off the cliff of 25, 26. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying as well. Those super softs are going to go off the cliff real quick. And it looks like that he is trying to find that extra bit he needs to try and attack Jack, but he just can't seem to find it. Maybe once the DRS is back online, that will be helping him. But I am pretty sure Jack could be. There we go, DRS is now enabled on lap 21. But yeah, I'm going to have a guess and we will see Jack in the steer's office quite a lot after today's race. Okay, Grumpy, I beg you, I am generally begging you, please do not ball this. Please. Like, please, Grumpy. In the meantime, the battle for the lead of this race continues on. Let's quickly actually run through the penalties while this is all happening. I just want to see, does Grumpy have a chance of a podium? Maddie has a penalty. Jack Taylor has no warning. So when is that a thing? When was that a thing? That Jack Taylor has no warnings all race? Grumpy has a penalty though. Grumpy, no. Well, at least he is safe in 4th from Simon Okeke. Although I'm not sure from Simon though. Let's have a look. Can Okeke do anything? No, he can. We're going to go back straight here. And nothing can be done in this group either. It's Okeke though, who is close to the rear end of Simo and is going to try and find his move around the outside. He clips Simo. Simo goes for a little half spin, takes back the control of his car and continues to race, though Okeke could have left a bit more room probably, I would say. Just a bit more room. Axel said the fast lap of the race. He is all the way down to 14, so that's not going to do him any favor, is it? And that's a corner cut and a half from Okay, and Simon picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's kind of a weird timing, to be honest. You can easily say that okay, cut the corner, Simon gets a penalty. Like, that's the thing. Just for the joke, really. But the battle for the lead really starts to push on as those softs seems to be going off at this rate. Those softs don't seem so reliable, you know. Kaiman was looking for a move, but he thinks better of it. He remains behind for one more lap. The battle for 4th continues. Grumpy leads in this little 3-man pack. As farther back, there's a beautiful battle, and it's Torosso and... how is it always a Torosso and... Kaiman gets a 3-second time penalty. This can change the whole podium. That's the thing. If Kaiman gets another penalty and if Grumpy stays clean and Grumpy gets it in 3 seconds, which I'm gonna presume he will, because those softs will be shredded soon, we will see Grumpy on the podium. God, that is scary to say, to be honest, after everything that happened in this race already. Okay, Kiddo is looking to use what he has left in his softs. Can he get past Grumpy on the outside? Ooh, please be careful, Grumpy. Thank God. I know why, but I'm so worried for Grumpy. Like, I genuinely want him to get this podium so badly. He deserves a podium. Grumpy is so close to him. Come on, Grumps. Come on, you can do this. Grumpy trying to go find the move. Round the outside, he gets it. Yeah, does Grumpy get it? Yes, he does. Grumpy into P4 once again. And Grumpy is now in 4th. Now, Grumpy just has to try and pull away from okay, on those softs. Those softs are going to be lethal just now. But once they go off, that's that. That's that. He needs to try and close the gap to the cars ahead. That's where it's going to matter the most. That's where it has to matter. Matsi and Kaiman are not falling back from Jack Tyler though. That's what's kind of surprising me. Although those softs should be quite warm now. Obviously not too bad. And what is going on? There's a massive collision between OKK and Grumpy. OKK is out the race. Grumpy, I'm pretty sure, sustained quite affirmative amount of damage. I am not. VSC is out. Grumpy has front wing damage. Oh, Grumpy. And Grumpy is into the pits. Grumpy is into the pits. Jamie gets a 5 seconds. 5-second penalty for Grumpy. Jamie gets a drive. Okay, Grumpy is serving his penalty now. That's going to set him back a lot. 6 or 3 yellow flags. Jamie is out the race. Can we have a safety car, please? Can we? Jamie has left the session. The battle for the lead, though, still remains. So unfortunate for Grumpy, though. I generally feel so bad for him, like, honestly. I'm not even sure what happened. I'm pretty sure the two cars just got tangled up. And there we go. Kaiman is going to get past Matti. Matti is going to hold it around the outside. Contact has been made between the two drivers. There's a front wing play going off of that Williams car. No, sorry, the Alpha car. I should rather say. Softs are gone. Softs are gone, that's the thing. Oh, it's so unfortunate for Grumpy. Like, you generally feel bad for Grumpy. Like, he's been doing so well. He got himself so far ahead after what happened earlier in the race, and there he goes again. Like, you can only feel bad for him. Also, I was perfectly right with my prediction when softs will go off lap 25-26. That's when they actually went off. So that's about a prediction and a half, to be honest. Oh yeah, Sima. No wait, Sima has a 5-second penalty, I think. For God's sake, Mark. I generally feel so bad for Grumpy. Like, let's quickly have a run through Simo's. Look at the strategy from Simo. Like, so random. Yeah, about 8 seconds worth of penalties, that is. Yeah. Awesome dude can actually. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, Simo needs to overtake them and pull away by about 5 seconds, if not more. But he's closing in to put up a fight. And no contact between the two drivers! Mati went for a launch, I believe. Did he try to go for a launch up the inside of Kaiman and they just tangled up? I think that's what happened. Grumpy says the fast up of the race. So, Simo, what can you do? Simo nearly loses it, he saves the car brilliantly though. Like... Also, I forgot. The fact is, what I'm saying is a tad earlier than what it says on the stream, because obviously the delay of OBS. Well, not obvious, but Elgato. To be fair, I should be looking at that screen just now. When commentating. Oh well. And Simo hits the rear end of Mati! Mati Pokerla, does Simo have damage? I think he does. Yes, he does indeed. Simo has damage. Simo had... Wait. No, he surely fixed the front wing back then. So Simo picking up more damage in this race. Mati picking up a 3-second time penalty. Simo playing with fire by going on the outside curb and the grass at the exit of turn 12. Playing with fire. Awesome jet call up to Simo. As the race leader has now started his last lap of the race. Lap 29 out of 29. We have 1 lap remaining in today's race. We know who the winner will be, but we have no clue about the podium. Simo goes wide. Awesome Dude is through. Awesome Dude gets past his teammate. What am I on about? What? Awesome Dude gets past Simo. There we go. Damage for Awesome Dude. Oh, he hit the back of Mati. Mati breaking everyone's wings today. It doesn't, isn't he? Like absolutely everyone's. I'm pretty sure he broke the front wing of Kaiman, Simo, and now Awesome Dude. Nice. Let's see, can Awesome Dude do anything? Nope, he won't be able to do anything in the meantime. Jack Tyler is going around the final corner. Jack Tyler is going to take it. Pole position and a race win. Jack Tyler wins in Australia, making it 2 out of 2 and increasing his championship positions to 32 points. Who is going to be on the podium? Cameron finishing second on track. Awesome, dude! I'm speechless. Awesome dude just had a drag race against Matty to the line. I know he won the drag race, but that did not impact on Awesome Dude whatsoever, because he just had too many penalties. He dropped to 7th after being 3rd or 4th. I know he finished 3rd on track, that's the issue this way. But Bar finishes 4th somehow after all those penalties. I'm pretty sure he had no penalties, that's why. Simo finishing 5th, Blue Mosquito in 6th. But yeah, that's the race. And there is your podium for Australian Grand Prix. It's Jack Tyler winning today's race. And there we go, the race classifications are on your screen. Jack Taylor winning the race, Kaiman finishing 2nd, Matty rising up the top 3, Stuart will be busy indeed, Bart finishing 4th, Samo in 5th, Blue Mosquito in 6th, Awesome Dude finishes 7th after starting 11th, HMFC picking up 10 positions from his initial starting grid position, he finishing in 8th, Son of Solana finishing 9th, and Geronimo picking up the last points position of tonight. And that'll be it for the Australian Grand Prix. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the PSGL channel if you're new around here. I've been Mr. Stim, the voice of Formula 5 for this season, and until next week, it's a goodbye from myself. And next week will bring even more action and even more battles to us. Have a good night everyone, stay safe, and good night everyone. Have a good night everyone. Bye bye.